We have a lot of great people that came together for this. We have Sue from from Cirrus, and we also have Ryan from LeadIQ, and we also have our awesome comedian over here, Matt Hayes, and I am not actually the MC, so I'm going to hand the microphone to him, and I think we're about ready to get started.
Speech. You hold on that way.
Sorry.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing so far tonight? Oh, that's it. You've had a drink, I think. We've given you a free drink. I think we've earned it that you can cheer just a little bit louder and pretend you're having fun. You guys having fun so far tonight? Yeah. My name is Matt Hayes. Welcome. Let me put this right on over here, the back corner. That would be great. We're a little tight on space here. Welcome to the SalesFolk Cold Email Roast, sponsored tonight by LeadIQ and Serious Insight. So here's what this is all about tonight. Tonight we're going to take all of those business emails that you get and we're putting them on blast. All those annoying emails you get in the office that just makes you roll your eyes, that you and your coworkers are talking about, that just annoy you. When you grab your phone and that alert goes off and you're just rolling your eyes, you want to throw your phone somewhere because you thought you just totally wasted my time with this email. Those are the emails we're going to go over tonight. We're going to have a little fun with it, but also hopefully you learn a little something from it as well. But also it's not about us up here tonight having all the fun. We want to hear from you guys as well. This is pretty much the only time when you're actually allowed to heckle in a comedy club. We're actually letting you do it. So if there's something fun you want to say.
Honest reactions to shitty emails. That's what we want.
Totally honest. And we have free swag to totally convince you. We have a bunch of Serious Insight. We have Serious Insight unicorns you can take and put it in your office. You can't beat this. Yes, thank you for the applause back there for a unicorn. Who's the one that did that? What's your name? Carol. Carol from where? From Leaf Eater? Leaf Feeder. Leaf Feeder. Leaf Eater.
Make sure it doesn't light on fire.
Make sure. Yeah, here we go. Here, what I'm going to do, I don't also want to hit the cameraman in the back, so I'm going to throw it here right in front. There we go. We're going to pass it on. There you go. If you have a thought tonight with an email, we definitely want to hear from you. Feel free to yell it on out. It's quite okay. We want to hear your honest...
And, I was just going to add, if we didn't get to all of the emails that people sent in now, there's some of them, but we're probably going to have another event like this, so if you email shame@salesfolk.com, any of your bad emails, just forward them. They might be in the next roast. So do that, and any suggestions as well you can send there.
So let's meet our panelists that are sitting up here tonight, all the way to the right, on your right of the stage. She's the VP of Channel Sales for Cirrus Insight. Please say hello to Sue Fernand.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for being here for the first cold email roast, I think maybe ever.
I think totally ever. I don't think this has ever been done before.
Yeah, so excited. And just a quick thing, Cirrus Insight, we're an email productivity tool. We do some integration to Salesforce, so fits kind of nicely in with, like, if you get a good email going, we can help you get it out really effectively.
Here on the end, he is the VP of Marketing for LeadIQ. Please give a nice welcome to Ryan O'Hara right up here.
Hello, everyone. It's a whole lot of pressure. If you don't know what LeadIQ does, if you ever have a sales manager, it's like, hey, go after this account, and you hate putting in a ton of different things into Salesforce one by one, or finding someone's phone number or email and getting all that stuff done in one click, or if you're just browsing LinkedIn and you want to get someone's email or phone number, you can use LeadIQ. We have a free product. We also have a paid product that's a little bit more ballin'. It's the Baller Edition, but anyone can use that. It's pretty cool. My other claim to fame is I think I caused my parents to get divorced. So if you want to ask me about that afterward, I'm willing to tell you. I did some things, and it's really dark and sad. So
that is the perfect tone for tonight. I feel like I don't even know if that's sense of humor or just a fact.
I told Ryan just to share a little something about the company, but you give him a microphone, and all of a sudden this is an open mic night, by the way, for that. So I just want to let you know.
I'm worried that there's cameras here, and they're gonna like.
We are recording all of this.
One of my
absolutely.
parents they're gonna watch this and be like, "You did that."
Speaking
Nothing
of
in
things we
writing,
have recorded
nothing
on camera.
video.
What?
Legally, nothing in writing, nothing on video.
Nothing
for
like
the
that.
crimes that you commit against your family. Anyways, sorry.
We have her singing Slim Shady on camera now, and if you would like a video of Heather singing that, Make sure to, what was the email address that we send that to? Yeah, just send that. She is the queen of cold emails. She is the CEO of SalesFolk. Please say hello to Heather Morgan, everybody.
Hey. So if you really want, if you send a great shame email, maybe I'll send you a video of me rapping Nicki Minaj. So that's something to think about. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy comedy very much. It's one of the many reasons I was excited to move from San Francisco to New York. So one of the things I wanted to do is like my bucket list item was to actually have an event in New York. Another one was to do something with comedy, an event. And then the third thing was I wanted to meet taxidermy artists. And guess what? Through cold email, I have done all three now. Thank you. So that was weird, but I also have a dark sense of humor, like Ryan. So tonight's going to be fun and uncomfortable. But enjoy, buckle up. But anyways, now SalesFolk is my awesome company. We love goats, orange goats, and now black goats, I guess, also. But anyways, what we do is we help sales and marketing teams create better cold emails. So if you want to make sure that you or no one on your sales or marketing team ends up as a victim of the Hall of Shame or the comedy roast, talk to us because we'll help you write better emails and give advice about just creating more scalable email campaigns. And why am I an expert? Because I love catfishing. So, you know, if I do that for fun, obviously this is something I'm very good at. So anyways, without further ado, I'll give it back to Matt. Thank you.
Sue, is there anything embarrassing you'd like to share about yourself for the crowd?
My goodness, put me on the spot.
Do you have an embarrassing story you'd like to share?
I have way too many embarrassing stories, so.
We don't have time. Let's get to the emails. You guys want to get to the emails tonight?
Let's get to the email.
So we have them separated in some categories, but they they do run into each other. And by the way, as you're going through, you might be feeling a little uncomfortable because you might be one of these people that are sending these type of emails. If you're sitting there and your friend is uncomfortably laughing at what we just said, it was probably them that sent that recently, more than likely. So just keep that in mind. So starting off tonight, and once again, we'd love to hear if you have something or you want to raise your hand or just yell it out, that's fine. We want to hear what you think about this as well. Feel free to totally get into it. Our first category tonight, the desperate salesperson. Yes, we all know one of these. We might be one of these. We might have gotten to the end of the month and went, I really need that extra sale, and we know we shouldn't have, and we hit the sent button anyway. Just me? Okay, anyway, let's just move on then. That's fine. Email number 1, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it if you can't see it in the back, so don't worry about that. Hi, blank. I tried to get in touch with you a few times to see if there is a mutual fit between blank and our company, but never got a reply back. We haven't met in person, but I've been impressed with your company. We've been doing things pretty well also. We recently announced that we are the #1 talent-based employer in Latin America for software engineers. As you might have heard, we're an innovative technology service company that specializes in software outsourcing, development, and staff. Is this something to pursue at this time with you? This is the email you send when the person did not reply back in any way, shape, or form, and you know it's really not going to go anywhere, but they still sent it anyway. It's kind of absolutely pointless to do.
It's kind of like that 2 a.m. text that people send when they're drunk and lonely. You regret it after, but you still do it anyways, even though you know you shouldn't. That's what.
And like many in that situation, you're sending multiple texts anyways, just not to one, because you know this email was copy and pasted to 20 other people as well, and the name was just changed. Hopefully they changed the name appropriately. Just like the text, you have to make sure you do that as well.
I feel like this was kind of like one of those things where someone tells you there needs to be 8 touch points before you give up, and this was like, I'm just going to throw this out there. It totally sucks. This is my 8th touch. Whatever. Here it goes.
You know what drives me nuts is when people use the word follow-up list. If you look down later on, it says, if not, let me know so I can take you off my follow-up list. That'd be like writing an email being like, hey, I'm going to put you on my close list. I'm going to close you, okay? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
If I didn't email you back, that should be the hint to automatically take me off the follow-up list as it is anyway. That should just be quite obvious with it at that point, more than likely. Let me know and hope you're well.
They're going to take them off the follow-up list and then reach out towards the end of the year also?
Yep.
In 3 months.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And there's a good chance you're getting a phone call with that as well, more than likely too. So,
Also, I hate when people use the word reach out too, because it sounds like they're doing like a Jesus thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean?
by the way, for those of you that were not born in the 1980s or 1990s, he's talking about a line dance called the Personal Jesus. For those of you that might be a little younger and not recognize that, so, which I don't think anyone's ever done in 20 years as it is anyway. So,
This is amazing.
let's move on to email number 2. Hi, blank. The reason for my message is I'm currently working with a CRM specialist with over 5 years experience who is currently seeking a new position. I was wondering if you knew of any vacancies with your company that you believe this candidate may be suitable for. If so, I was wondering if you would be open to having a quick call to discuss this candidate along with your current requirements in a little bit more detail. A full copy of this candidate's CV is available on request and is subject to the initial call. And of course, it was sent on LinkedIn. Of course it was sent on LinkedIn. Every single time you get a message on LinkedIn, you just cringe as it is anyway. Oh, God. Because more than likely, these emails will probably get sent through LinkedIn anyway.
That is spot on. So if the last one was the desperate salesperson, that's actually the whole category. This is obviously the extremely desperate recruiter who is living on Robin and thinking, oh shit, I don't want to be homeless. I'm just going to spam these out on LinkedIn so that I don't have to eat rats for dinner, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is just, hey, take my email, get the CV out there, and I can fulfill whatever requirement came from the company that hired me to recruit, which is not good.
I think this person would probably not be as desperate if they spent less of their email copy wondering. You know what I mean? I think they have I was wondering in there like a billion times. I don't know. That's what I was thinking when I saw that.
I was wondering about the, I was wondering.
Yeah.
This feels like it's missing the hope you're well. Because you know the person hasn't actually talked to this person in ages as it is anyway, and they just got straight to the point anyway. They forgot the generic, I hope you're well. I know I haven't talked to you in like 2 years, but you know, here's an email anyway, so. Or ever.
You know what I want to see? I want to see, here's something if you want to go wild and maybe send a drunk email at 2 a.m. on LinkedIn, or not, but I want to see someone just say, hey, I haven't talked to you in 3 years, but that's because I added you and I was so excited. But then I became addicted to crack. And then I had to go to rehab. And here I am reaching out to you. That's the funny thing. Let's talk. Let's get coffee.
Has anyone sent a drunk email on LinkedIn at 2 a.m.? Anybody? Yeah, there we go. Who said no? Thank you, Captain Obvious. We appreciate that. Delusions of grandeur, but just sucking hard. The people that just try way too hard. I mean, pretty much all of these are just trying just a little too hard, but some of them really take it to a whole other level. Hi, blank. I would love to connect with you. We create animated explainer videos for companies that get results, as evidenced by the success from our clients. I would like to find out more about what you do and how we could be of possible service to you. Best regards, blank.
So one thing that gets me really excited about this, I tell a lot of people this, but everyone uses the word regards in email, and it's basically funerals and regards in email are the only time you see the word regards there. So like I must have died getting this LinkedIn connection request. I think this is mine, right? Is this one of mine?
That was yours. Yeah. This is yours. I love the funeral comment. We can never have enough funeral humor. Right?
And they don't tell who their clients are.
Yeah, no.
No.
This is like, you know what this is like? This is like, does anyone ever remember when MySpace and Facebook had like this anonymous message thing that people could send to you? When I was in college, I used to get these messages from some guy that was like, here's the deal. I like you. I have a crush on you, but I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm going to keep you guessing. And I played this game for a couple months, and they were like giving me math problems and stuff. It was, kinky, right? Math problems. So I found out it was actually the bus driver.
Oh my God.
That got really awkward. Like after that, I actually took up biking because I didn't want to ride the bus to school anymore. So yeah, true story.
This is a therapy session, by the way, as well tonight, if you haven't noticed. We're all getting our all of our personal problems out through email. So if you have a personal problem that you feel you connect with an email as well, please let us know so we can make sure that we work through it as well. I love how they always put, we do whatever for companies that gets results. If you didn't get results, you wouldn't be emailing anyway. They always put that generic, we always get results. Of course, you wouldn't sit there and say in the email, we don't get results at all. It's kind of so pointless and stupid anyway.
And also, you'd like to find out more about what you do, like do some research, like find it out yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Find out. There's no information shared in any way, shape, or form.
One thing I want to add, how many people here actually have animated explainer videos on their website? A lot of people do, right? Your companies? One of the things that drives me nuts, I hate that they all have ukulele music. Like, I don't give a shit about Hawaiian instruments right now. I just want to like focus on like what your product does. Yeah, they all do, and then they have something that's like really cheery that you can tell is like completely faking it and probably hates their life. Like they're like, hey, with our tool we help this. It's like, shut up.
And how many people how many times do you have to explain what that is as it is anyway? How many people get that email and go, what's an animated explainer video? I have absolutely no clue anyway. Same point.
I challenge the next person in this room that's responsible for the company explainer video. Instead of that ukulele music, why don't you try to make it the theme song to South Park? I think that would be a lot more fun.
Your client will love that.
It'll be popular. So I think...
Email number 4.
Yeah.
Hi, blank. As a leader in marketing, I like to connect with you to share ideas. Oh, God. It's missing the can I have coffee with you line. That's usually the next one. They just get straight to the point. Also, from reviewing your profile, creepy, I believe you could benefit from blank software that gives you the contact details of the businesses visiting your website. Totally creepy. Could you spare 15 minutes?
So one thing that I see, a lot of people do, does everyone here know what a LinkedIn Lion is? It's a LinkedIn open networker. It's what it means. I feel like whenever, I don't get why people put in their profile, because all it basically says is that they're like a LinkedIn slut. Like I hope I hope that's not too mean, but like, hey, you're really special to me. By the way, I add everybody. Like, oh, okay, I better give you my business.
I was going to say exactly that. It's just like if you're an online dating site and they're like, hey, guess what? I've dated a lot of Turkish girls. You're Turkish, right? And I did not message that guy back, and I'm not going to message this one back either, right?
This is the LinkedIn version of just swiping right on everybody. This is all they're doing over and over and over again.
No, I think it's also like trying way too hard. Like, oh, you're a leader in marketing, so therefore we should be sharing ideas. And it's just, it's not genuine. It took a real quick glance at the profile and kind of crafted this up, and that was about it.
I think you guys slipped on the redaction. I think I know what company it is.
You think you know what company it is?
Actually, okay. So we actually don't black out the company names. We just black out the names of the people because the companies should be outed. The people, I'm not going to go after an individual salesperson, but the company, this is their brand. This is public. They should be outed.
No, they're known for this, so I'm glad it's up.
They're known for shitty emails.
They're known for
Are they
shitty
already on
emails.
our Hall of Shame?
That's their slogan. Our company, we're known for our shitty emails.
What's funny is they're using a connection request to ask for a phone call.
That's very true. They're doing a connection request to ask for a phone call.
That's because they're an old school salesperson who doesn't really know how to use LinkedIn.
They went to a
And they
LinkedIn
didn't
class, and someone taught them this. That's probably what they did. They went to a class, and they said, just send a message and ask for a call. It's a ask for a coffee thing. That's pretty much all it is the new version of that. Email number 5. I know it's a little squinty, so I will read it for you. Hi, blank. We are obsessed with change.
Thanks, Obama.
Yes. God, I miss that guy right now.
We believe strongly in continuing to try new ways of doing things, new media, and new interactions in every aspect of business. If you have a thought, we will listen. Who reads that and takes it seriously and goes, oh my God, I'm replying back and going to reach out to them? That's amazing.
I feel like it's an email from a cult. Like, we are going to change things. Come join us at a nondescript location.
The best part, we're getting to the middle part. The best part, we do the heavy lifting. You want me to read the second paragraph too? Okay, fine. Whatever the audience wants. Integrating a local strategy might require change, but think I can't even see what this is. Think of the results. Better audience, better engagement, happier clients.
Sounds like a fortune cookie.
This is someone that took some business class and just taken everything word for word and just copying it to the email that way. Are you ready for a change? Reply, no, send. Moving on at that point. Again, are you available for a quick call this week? Of course, it's a quick call email. It's always that way. Anything else on this one? It's a thought starter. A thought starter. Ooh, we're using our Buds terms now. Thought starter. By the way, we're going to ask you what your favorite is a little bit later on. So if there's one that really stands out, remember that. We'll ask you a little bit later on if there's one that really stands out to you. We'll go through some of the better ones, the best ones. Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of hope that that's not, like, for that email, I sort of hope that it's not, I think one thing that you see a lot of sales reps do is they go look at, like, they take words from marketing. And I'm a VP of marketing at Lead IQ. Don't use marketing words. We're idiots. Like, we don't know what, like, words like change and innovation, synergy, cloud, dynamic, innovative. It's all bullshit. Like, don't do that stuff.
That's just going online, Googling buzzwords,
So
and just
true.
copying and pasting all of them into it. That's all they do. It's like, what? Go ahead.
The only honesty and cynicism a marketing person could have. So, honestly, buzzwords are bullshit. Don't do them. Don't want to see them, or you'll probably end up here.
Yeah. By the way, if you like to have a private conversation, you are more than welcome to do that at the bar in the restaurant upstairs, back of the room over there. Hi, we can hear all of you a tad loud. That's great. Use your inside voices. That would be great. That would be wonderful. Thank you so much. They're never coming back to another event we're ever doing again, are they? That's fine.
By the way, if you're mad at him, this is sponsored by not Lead IQ, but Zoom Info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tweet your anger at me. That's fine. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Our next
At
category,
Zoom.
taking their pants off on the first date.
My favorite.
Hello, blank. Will you do me a favor and connect with me on one of your team leaders would most benefit from joining the 2018 blank cohort in blank? What? No,
Combinator?
no one ever goes to someone in person and says this to someone in real life as it is anyway. Why on earth would you do that? Would you do me a favor and connect me with one of your team leaders who would most benefit from joining the 2018 blank cohort in blank? Does anyone even use the word cohort as it is anyway in real conversation, besides being silly and stupid? At Blank Leadership Academy, we have been growing leaders for over 15 years, and Blank has a proven program for dramatically improving leadership confidence and competence in core skill areas, except writing emails. Our most recent Blank graduates rated Blank an average of 9.2 out of 10. Well, aren't they special? If you read the Harvard Business Review article this month called Potential, thank you, I can't read it. I got new glasses too, isn't that amazing? Turning potential into success, the missing link in leadership development, which sounds so exciting to read.
Okay, I have one thing. Who wants to go to business school that sends emails written by semi-literate people? Show me hands. Like,
Nobody.
do
Okay.
institutions actually send things like this? Is
It's
it
Trump University.
He just says a unicorn.
He's a unicorn. Yeah, I think who is that said that? Who is that? That guy. What's your name? Dutch. Make some noise for Dutch, everybody. He's getting a unicorn. By the way, Dutch was genuinely excited about getting a unicorn. I do want to point that out. He's hugging his unicorn. He's always wanted to sleep with a unicorn. I'm telling you, this is therapy tonight. I'm writing that down. Mental note on that one. Hold on. Are you going to name your unicorn? Are you going to name your unicorn?
Mazasmus.
Stop staring at his crotch. No. He's trying to figure out Eric. Are you fucking kidding me? Eric. Out of all the names in the world, we're in a creative class right now in a way about creativity, and you come up with Eric as a name for that.
Eric Cartman? Is that Eric?
Eric, we're moving on from that. I'm so bored with Eric right now, Eric the Unicorn at this point. What else about this email?
He used cohort 3 times, your favorite word.
He used cohort 3 times. He sat there writing that too and thought, I'm going to use cohort. This is going to be fun. This is fun.
It's like
I'm going to write fun
Beetlejuice,
words in it.
Beetlejuice.
You didn't even know oh, yes. P.S. These learning cohorts are personally taught by me. A seasoned CEO has managed thousands of employees. P.P.S. This cohort, again, has slots for 2 more candidates. By the way, P.S. in a personal whatever is fine.
This is your last chance. This is your final last chance.
No one's used PPS since like writing notes in high school. No one does that anymore. You keep it going at that point. It was PS, I love you. PPS, I'll see you after school. PPPS. That's when you use it for. You don't use it now in this. That's just strange.
So I'm going to tell a story really quick. How many people have ever seen the movie Glengarry Glen Ross? All right, so classic sales movie. Everyone always talks about it. But when I was in high school, I was in the play for Glengarry Glen Ross. I played the character that was in the movie played by Kevin Spacey. But don't worry, I'm a good guy. I just
move on.
So, it's a long story. Hopefully, it doesn't suck. But
I have 20 minutes left. Move on. Hurry up.
So we had this guy that was in our class that got transferred in. It was a drama class, so you had to do a whole play the whole semester. And we had this guy that got transferred in who didn't have a group to work with, so he got added to our group, and he had one line, which was he was supposed to just say, Mr. Levine, come to this room. We have to ask you some questions. He's a detective. And instead of saying his one line, when the day came where we actually did the play, he said he added 10 lines to his line. Like, Mr. Levine, come into this room and get some coffee. The coffee is fresh, and you should come in because we have some questions we want to ask you about the things that have happened over the past. He added a bunch of lines. That's what this person did in that last paragraph. Please contact me directly or reply to this email if you'd like an application, have questions, or would like to come in for some coffee. I have to ask you some questions. That's basically what they did here the whole time. So they're asking for 9 different reasons to talk to the person. I think it's pretty obvious to reply to the email. So that's all you have to say.
Dear cohort. And that person would be so excited, yeah, using my term. That's great.
Until recently, I had never seen the whole Glengarry Glen Ross movie, and so I had heard salespeople talking about it, and a lot like sports, which I know jack shit about, I tried to pretend that I had seen it or I knew about it. And so I actually almost wrote a blog post for salespeople where I said, like Glengarry, that guy who... And I almost posted it, and I asked a friend to proofread it at 11 p.m., and they're like, wait. Glengarry is not a guy. Yeah, he is. Glengarry Ross, ABC, always be close. And they're like, Glengarry's not a guy. And I luckily did not post that. But that just makes me think of why it is important to not send emails at 11:30 p.m. and why you need someone to spell check or a computer.
Use Grammarly.
Yeah, I agree. And I think
Free
the
plug.
first line where you're asking someone you've never met before to do you a favor, and it's almost a bit dismissive, okay, you're clearly not the person, but your team leader would like this. It's almost insulting.
Yeah.
You're just a peon. Who's the person that calls the shots here? I think that's insulting.
I want to give a notebook. We haven't given one of these yet. This is a Cirrus Insight Moleskin notebook. Yes. This saves you $20. $20.
Yeah.
And we're going to give this to my new cohort right up here who mentioned it. What's your name? Judy. Make some noise for Judy, everybody. All right. Moving on to email number 7.
It's 2.
There are 2 emails with us.
Follow up.
We have the original and then a follow-up. Hi, blank. I'm reaching out to all online marketing / content creators. Oh, wow. To create a community where we can all empower one another with motivation, advice, and more. And more. It's like a bad radio commercial. We have this, we have that, and more. That's just, you add that up to that.
I think these people want you to meet them after hours and steal your organs. That's what I think. But
they want to create a community where people
whenever
empower.
Anyone says motivation. I think they want to steal my organs. I just, like,
They want to create a
like-
community where people empower one another with motivation, advice,
Not
and
that
more. So it's the
that's
opposite of what
100%
Twitter
a
is
cult.
currently right now, pretty much. So, also, I love the quote underneath. They put a quote, but they don't say who the quote is from. We have absolutely no clue. This could be their quote that they made of, and they just like throwing it on there anyway.
Social proof. If it has quotes, social proof.
I think it was Hitler. Let's find out. Let's see. One individual driven by purpose may be strong, but many sharing a
That sounds
similar
like
purpose
Stalin,
are many
actually.
times stronger.
Stalin or Hitler?
Who said that, by the way?
Stalin quoted my signature.
Who said the Hitler line? I'm not giving you any more. No, hell no, not for that.
You have enough.
By the way, so let's go real quickly go over the follow-up email. There's 1 or 2 lines in here. Thanks for connecting. They actually replied with this. I strongly believe that sharing is a great way to build a strong community, and that if you give, the universe will give back.
Burning Man. Burning Man. This is right after I came back from Burning Man and the LSD is still wearing off.
It's Tony Robbins, I think, that sent that email. That's such a Tony Robbins line. Give me $10,000 for my program was the next line of that. And so just something I wanted to share that's helped me in a lot of generating leads or just increasing online conversation is using a short video sales letter. It surprised me when this got me 43% more conversions. And then they go and explain how to make the video. So they just totally give away the entire idea and just said, okay, here you go, have fun, bye, that's it.
Don't you think it's weird? They call this short video sales letter. That's like saying, could you electronic mail me back? Like, why do they spell it? Why do they call you that?
Also, by the way, it says here's a link how to make one, and here's the tool I use. But he doesn't actually. He says I get more responses when I use a video response. Yet he doesn't actually use a video response in his email. He uses words. He doesn't even give an example. It's just here's how I make one. He doesn't actually show here's how beneficial it is. Let me tell you about what I do, but I'm not going to actually show you what I do.
It makes me think of those like really old copywriters that are like, let me send you a direct mail sales letter. I will send you a direct mail sales letter that I used to send in the mail. So it's actually a scan of a piece of paper that I mailed, and you can see the folds on the paper. Yeah, like they don't know how.
That was very
do that.
destructive. Have you received that phone call before? Did you just get that today and you just remember that? Are you venting about that? It's okay.
Both.
Anything else about this email, guys?
Yeah, why did you join? Because it says, thanks for connecting.
That's very true. She says, why did you join? It says, thanks for connecting.
I don't know. I think someone sent this to us. I don't think this was from any of us.
Wait a minute, so
This isn't mine either.
something that said, by the way, there was the
I
one
would
person.
unconnect now. Actually, I get ones like these. I'm like, disconnect.
And that
True
person that
story.
sent that probably so happy. This was probably the only response they got out of it as well, more than likely. This was it. All right, now moving on to our next category. So vague that we're even confused. Appropriate person to discuss sales management. Hi, blank. Sorry to trouble you.
Sorry to trouble you, good
By the way,
sir.
why not I'm sorry? Why do we shorthand? Just write the whole thing if you genuinely are sorry, not sorry. Like you don't give a shit. It's so half-assed. I'm sorry. We live in one of the most advanced countries in the world. Can we start writing like it, for God's sake? That would be fantastic. Use I am sorry. Use the whole thing. Show that you mean it. I'm looking for someone in your company who is responsible for sales management, comma. If you are, enter space. That person that can hop on a call quick and explore possible applications for you. What the fuck are they even saying? Yes. What? Can anybody translate moron in here? Anybody? Because I have no clue what this person is asking for. If not,
Marketing coordinator in the first.
why are you a marketing coordinator in the first place?
Yes.
By the way, if
A
not,
bunch of people should not have their jobs. It is obvious by these emails. Sales and marketing people sending these should be fired. Like, let's be real.
who is that? No, we can't share that. No, that we can't share. If not, can you please point me in the right direction? No, I don't even know what you're asking for. How am I supposed to point you in the right direction?
Yeah, they're left. Go left.
Go left. To the left. To the left.
Standard phishing for you think someone's actually going to give you a name of someone they work with so you can bug them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For those of you that
Larry,
didn't hear, this
that
is standard.
asshole Larry, you should talk to him.
If you send this, you can write, yeah, this is Larry. Sucks.
Yeah. By the way, for those of you that didn't hear, she said this is standard phishing when you want to get a name of somebody. This is pretty much exactly what that is. What's your name?
Manya.
Manya? Would you like a moleskin notebook or a unicorn? I'll let you pick. I know.
Hard
You
choice.
saved $20 and a
choice.
trip to the store at Times.
Goat or a unicorn?
I gotta say, I have got a lot of those notebook tchotchkes at my office, so I'm going with that unicorn.
She's going with the unicorn.
That's a few. Eric.
What and what are and
Party later.
now give it a little hug. Give it a look.
I want my own unicorn too,
What?
just like this.
And I need you.
Somebody's going on with a partner tonight.
If the
Ladies and gentlemen, the
unicorn
unicorns
is
are
Eric,
already
what do
getting
we
it
call
on.
the
That's
goat?
right. The unicorn's already getting it on.
What should we name the goat, you guys? If the unicorn is Eric, what is the goat named? It's really important. Paul?
George, the sales
George
folk
the goat?
goats.
George the goat. I kind of like George.
We're really
George.
with the G. Let's
George with a
clarify.
G. Ah,
PPS.
look closely.
Cohort. That is called
Yeah,
cohort.
Look closely at your tattoo. There's
The
something
cohorts,
down
they're
here.
right there. They're all cohorts. No, not Eric. We're forgetting Eric. Screw Eric. Sorry, Eric. Eric's the loner of the group. Eric's like, I'm doing my own thing. He's not allowed to play. Anything else about this one
Eric
before we
has
move
rabies.
on? No. Eric is lonely and
Eric
has needs.
rabies, so you got to keep him away.
Oh, he
from
has
him.
me. I thought he said it has needs. I'm like, this is getting really strange. These two are making out with their unicorns. And then all right, moving on. Email number 9. Did you get my emails? By the way, this person is lucky this even got open and didn't just automatically hit delete on this anyway. Just a quick check to see if you have any needs in the business intelligence space. I know I've sent 2 previous emails. Do you think this would be of any benefit to blank? This was sent to Donald Trump's office, I think, actually. Yeah.
I feel bad for anyone that got our emails recently because we were
Hand her the microphone.
opening like shitty emails. So
Yeah.
I'm sure like all the metrics, like marketing's probably like, our stuff's totally working. Our email open rates are like intense. Because I was only opening shitty emails and saving them. But I think like, yeah, I mean, come on, really? Like, that's just really vague. And I know I sent you.
Does anybody know what the business intelligence space is? Anybody have any idea what the hell that is? I don't have a single clue. It's what? What is it?
It depends.
It depends. That's such a generic sale. You must be a sales guy. It depends. What is blank? Well, it depends. Let me think in my head. What's the next line I have to say here? That's such a sales move. What's your name?
Caesar.
Caesar, I'm giving you a notebook so you can write down all those crazy sales thoughts. Can we throw it back there? I know, this table's winning everything. You guys got to catch up a little bit. Screw them back there. That's fine.
We're in the data space, and I don't even know what business intelligence is.
Oh, I'm pretty sure business intelligence, if you say you're a consultant in business intelligence, you actually work for like the mafia. Right. So that's my theory. It doesn't exist. It's one of those like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a consultant in business intelligence. Yeah, I don't sell drugs. That's what I'm doing.
That's one of those terms that they use that when they're trying to sell programs and things online. I'm an expert in business intelligence. Here's my program you should buy. It's one of those stupid things. This gentleman, what's your name? Akil Rowe. Akil Rowe. I have to mention the last name as well, right? Okay, Akil Rowe. Akil asks how he wins something. If you have a random thought about something, just yell it on out.
You're kind of close to the mic, too.
Just shout
Yeah,
it a
I can
little
do
bit
that.
louder.
He's just think about it. Take a drink.
Take the
Think about the
mic.
next one. Don't grab the microphone.
Are you drinking milk?
Are you,
What is that? Is that a pina colada?
I'm just going to show the crowd. I'm not going to drink it. I'm
Cool,
not.
but that's actually pretty cool. The McPoyles drinking milk.
Fine, leave me totally hanging. I was going to give you a
Any
notebook,
Always
but
Sunny in Philadelphia fans in the room. Always Sunny. McPoyles drinking milk. Very classy beverage.
I'm going to give you this iPhone right here with the TD Ameritrade bank card. There you go. Congratulations. With a beautiful corgi on the front. Look at that.
Pride of Pride.
What's your corgi's name?
Finnegan.
Finnegan. Finnegan, that's a real name for an animal right there. Not Eric. There you go. That's beautiful. Well done.
If
Would
I
you
had
like
a
a
dog,
notebook?
I'd name it Sashimi.
Sure, there you go. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. What?
If I had a dog, I would name it Sashimi or Kimchi. That's kind of my plan.
Hold on a
I
second.
make a lot of
Can Kimmy or Shinny? Is that what you said?
kimchi or
Kimchi.
sashimi. I just can't take that dog next time I go to Vietnam.
Why? Why?
Sriracha's cute.
All right, we're moving on. Next, definitely sent by a robot. Definitely sent by. These are worded not in the best way in human conversation, albeit like
Terminator is coming.
albeit like the other ones were. Honestly, yeah, you could read all these in a computer voice. Hi, blank. Just a quick reminder to join our How to Deliver Phone Support That Fits a Multi-Channel World webinar tomorrow.
Multi-channel.
This was sent by Gary Vaynerchuk. That's such a Gary Vaynerchuk line.
Yes.
Here's my multicultural world. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on everything. You should do the same. Buy my
I'm
book.
gonna snap you. I'm gonna snap you. Snap me back. Snap me back.
That's so going on the internet. He's so going to kill me on Twitter, isn't he? In this presentation from Blank's head of U.S. customer success. Wow. They totally made, that person didn't get a raise. They just made up that title and said, here you go. We don't have the money, but you're getting this. You'll learn how customer behavior has evolved, what that means for phone support, where most companies have to improve. On a show of hands, who here wants to register for this? Anybody? Raise your hand. Put your hand down, you liar. Sent by the Vice President of Marketing.
Let's
They're
be
doing
real.
well.
Okay, this VP of Marketing's probably about like 50, and he's just trying to justify to his wife why he's on Snapchat all the time talking to millennials. He just needs an excuse for those pictures he's been sending. It's not the multi-channel.
Yeah, where do the costumes fit in? Costumes encourage.
Snapchat. Sexy
That's I'm going to be
costume
funny
party.
and write something line. So, as a comedian who does that every once in a blue moon, I totally understand that. So, hence, like most of what I've said tonight, same exact way. It's Halloween. That's true. Could be. This was recent. Costumes encouraged.
I swear my costume was really a hot dog.
Well,
you
who said that?
guys.
Who said that? What's your name? Nicole. I think she gets a prize for that. That was a great catch. We didn't even notice that.
What did she say?
She said the costumes are because it's on Halloween.
No, but I think it's just to justify the fact that there's like a pervert on
Snapchat sending
asking
photos.
teenagers
Yes.
for photos and
That's
sending them.
exactly what it is.
catch
You're
a
absolutely
predator.
right. On Halloween.
On Halloween.
This
That's
is
right.
like saying, using the costumes encouraged thing. It's like, it'd be like being like, we're really cool. And then they take a picture of themselves with a hat on backwards and sunglasses and doing this.
Hey, that's my
That's what it's
Twitter
like.
profile photo. Shut up.
Who's the To Catch
I'm
a
gonna give
Predator
you-
guy again? What's his name? To Catch a Predator? What's the
Chris Hansen.
This is, anyone that, I think we should send this to Chris Hansen. He's living under a bridge. He's doing another reality show. We can send this to Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen is living under a bridge.
He looks like it. Have you seen him on YouTube? It's pretty bad.
What would you like?
He did a Kickstarter.
Unicorn? There you go. You're welcome. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new unicorn out. We have to get a name for our unicorn, and this unicorn is named Benji. Yes, give that a round of applause. That's how you do it.
We need to name one Parker Conrad.
You want me to read this with a British accent? Hello, chap. No, that's work. At blank, we envision state of the machinery in 10 years and propagate backwards to build our company's strategy. I know, what? The biggest thing that keeps us excited is thinking about what will happen to the aftermarket equipment servicing and maintenance industry. Yeah, sure, whatever. Hang on, there's a reason why we're pointing this out. What was it?
I was going to say, I think I already, just knowing this already, I'd probably just reply back with a bunch of Z's.
I think it's like I feel like this comes from a Bitcoin meetup. I feel like the organizer of a Bitcoin meetup sent this out to their newsletter that I didn't sign up for. I don't.
What
even,
are they asking? I've been asking that with every single email we've seen so far tonight.
Makers, OEMs. This futuristic realm, where do equipment makers, OEMs, service providers, maintenance shops, insurance co's, and the owners fit? Futuristic realms? What the fuck? Like, is this the Matrix? Is this Unicorn Land? What is this?
So we have time. Do you have something real quick?
No, I was just gonna say this just screams like it's just an HTML like you might as well email someone like a PDF. Like this belongs in a PDF. This is
so as you notice, we're walking around and handing out drink tickets. You get one more round. So we're handing out drink tickets that you can use. Woo! We're gonna do one more round.
For our host.
You're welcome,
and our
people.
Server, our awesome server.
Yes, by the way, that's Buddy, our server. Let's give Buddy a nice round of applause, our server tonight. Please make sure to take care of Buddy at the end of the night. We would appreciate that. Buddy's doing a great job. So we have time for about one, maybe two more, and then we were going to look back and find out what you think the best. Does anybody have one that really stands out as just absolutely drives them nuts? I know I have one. That one right there? Well, that was the quick, obvious answer right there. Why that one, sir? It's too long. There you go. There's the sales guy all over again. What? His attention span is 2 seconds. There you go. Everybody, he's a millennial. Stereotypes. Look at you. Everybody's attention span is 2 seconds now anyway. No one can keep track of a single thing as it is. All right, let's go through two more before we jet on out. So for Mr. Attention Span there, we're adding some photos for you now.
It looks like a Tesla
Here
commercial.
you go.
Does it not look like a Tesla commercial? It's not, but it looks like a wannabe Tesla commercial.
This looks like a generic. Was there anything in particular
like
about this one, or
Tesla.
should I just move on with this?
Just move on. It's so
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, our final
these are
category of
fun.
the night. Painfully cheesy without substance. Like my comedy, but we'll ignore that part. Oh. This is not about wedding DJs either, by the way. So let's connect at Dreamforce. Hi, Blank. The forecast for the future of the channel is cloudy, pun intended.
Bomb!
Oh, it gets better. We decided to innovate to help channel pros weather the storm. We sit somewhere between We sit somewhere between the portals, the logins, the CRM, the PRMs, and the spreadsheets. Let us show you how Partner Tap will get you results.
You know what? I told you we don't blank out company names. We blank out the people's names, so it's their fault. They sent this piece of shit. They should be outed. They're guilty.
The first line is what? You kind of like it. It's different.
What was the link for shake hands?
Yeah, and it says, if you're headed to Dreamforce, can we shake hands?
Calendar link.
Yeah, that's the, can we meet up and say hello? Can we have coffee? They're saying shaking hands.
Can we, light your night up?
That's just
with
weird
thunder.
and creepy. Can we shake hands? No.
The
I don't even know who
thunder
you
down
are. Why am I
under.
saying that? What? No, who asks that? Hi, can I shake your hand in an email before I've even met you before? No one ever does
Let
that.
me touch you.
They don't even know where they sit. Let's go back to this real quick. You genuinely like the beginning line? Okay, you like the beginning line?
Do you know how many people sent out a "Hey, let's connect to Dreamforce" email? Like this is at least different.
Yeah, it's very true. It is a little different. That is a little different.
So sick
Let's
of
take a
all
quick
that.
poll. Who likes the cheesy humor? Raise your hand. It's not bad.
You
It's
guys
not
are nicer
bad.
than we are. We're just assholes. We're the assholes.
Now he's getting really critiqued. The first line is
this.
okay. The second line kind of sucks, though. So, what's your name, by the way? Ben. You've been chatty, and I haven't given you anything, I don't think, have I? No. Would you like a notebook? Or would you like a hat? I don't want to ruin that hair, though, so... And I'm not making fun of you. I'm genuinely just kind of, jealous. That's all. So it's nothing with you. It's just me getting... This is my personal moment in my therapy session. So, yes, sales guy. Yeah, that's true. The future of the channel is cloudy. That would be, yeah. And then stop there, though. That's it. You get the that gets you to go, okay, I'll give you the chance, open the email, and then you go through, but stop after that then. So I'm sorry, what was your name again? Ben, and Pan's been passing stuff out to the back there. Make some noise for Ben, everybody. That was a horrible throw. Sorry about that. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it. All right, I think we have time for one more. I want to go over this one, actually. Email 15.
This is my favorite.
This is an... we're ending on this. This is an actual email that was sent out.
Back in Kuwait.
The subject is the smells of profits burning.
Back in Kuwait.
Remember the oil fires in Kuwait during the Persian Gulf War. The Iraqi military sent hundreds of wells ablaze, and the fires devoured over 1 billion barrels of black gold. For most American businesses, expensive group healthcare insurance is a company-wide oil fire. The premiums eat into your profits day and night, but you probably feel like you have no choice but to keep paying. That feeling when you get your insurance broker calls about renewal rates, that's the smell of profits burning. If you're like most companies, when you pay more in premiums than the cost of claims and overhead, your insurance carrier keeps the difference. We have a divided eligible plan that can refund excess premiums for unpaid claims back to your company or apply them toward lowering next year's premiums. If this matters to you, let me know.
Cialis commercial.
Cialis commercial.
Oh my God, you guys.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Now looking, how many paragraphs were in that? Look at me on the eyes.
8.
11.
11.
Okay.
Why did you ask me that? Why did you ask me to not look and to try to remember off memory how many paragraphs are there? What benefit to the audience is there in seeing if I have a good memory or not besides making me look like a fool?
My guess is 11. I don't know what it is.
Oh, we don't know how many actually there. Yeah, that's... I'm counting each line as a paragraph, but technically you can merge it all together. I know what you mean.
You guys.
Do we have any English experts in the room, by the way, that can take a look at this? Anybody? No, you're absolutely right.
This one is my favorite, and I want to tell you guys why. Okay, this one is my favorite though, and I want to explain why. So
But why is it?
I actually, not all you know this about me, but I actually worked in Egypt and North Africa after Arab Spring. So I lived through Molotov cocktails being thrown at me and shit. And so I have a little bit of PTSD from it. Not a lot, just a little bit. So anyways, no, it's good. There's lots of other fun solutions for that.
So this brings back a bad memory. That's why you love it.
When I see this, I live in Cairo. But anyways, so I lived in Cairo after Arab Spring, and so this makes me think of switching between a Rambo movie and then Cialis commercial, yeah.
I got nothing.
I feel like the probability of the prospect you're setting remembering the oil fires in Kuwait is really, really tiny. That'd be and if you are doing that, wouldn't it be like, hey, remember the napalm strikes in Nam? It's just really dark and shitty. Yeah.
This is also a Fox News promo, by the way. This can also be used. Remember the oil fires in Kuwait during the Persian Gulf War? Tonight on Hannity, 9, Fox News Channel.
Now we're going to sell you the new Obamacare. It's $2,000, you guys.
Just a reminder, this was actually sent out by somebody. That's the absolutely crazy part. All right, so we're getting down to the end. We're getting you your final drinks.
You don't realize that his signature says kind regards.
Oh, yeah. The senior says kind regards. In bold, by the way. In totally bold. They want to scare you, but in bold, kind regards.
Bad copy paste.
Just going to end it on a good note. Totally, just end it totally on a good note. Oh, what?
That's
subject.
Just,
that's just the way it's printed that way.
Way
All right. So we have a couple more prizes we still have to give out. We'll hand those out in a minute. But let's quickly just go back to the beginning. Was there any particular email that... Oh, wow. There we go.
15's my favorite.
15 is your favorite.
But vote for what you want.
So anybody have an email in particular that they absolutely loved? Anybody in particular? Number 7. Are you just yelling a number because you haven't paid fucking attention at all back in the corner over there?
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Gambler.
Number 15, I think, is the top there.
15 was great.
I'm just going to go to number 7 just to be annoying to that back table back there.
Not like
Why can I not
worst.
get back to number
this
7?
Is your best. It should be the worst email, not the best. The worst.
The best worst one.
Yeah, not
the
the
best
one you
worst
like,
one.
or like,
Yeah,
oh,
not
that was good. No.
the
The
cohort.
most piece of shit.
Cohort. We have a
Cohort
special
was
thing
good.
for the cohort.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
cohort
number
was
7. There
really
we go.
good.
Oh, number 7 was the split screen one. Who yelled number 7? Hi. What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir? Andrew. Hi. How are you? Andrew, why did you love number 7? Yeah, it was in split screen, and
How
it
many
was 7's a
drinks have you
great
had?
number. You sound like sales guy here. She's like totally just making stuff up on the way. It's an odd number, prime number, odd.
How many drinks have you had tonight?
No, he's just had one. He's just
7?
he's just naturally
7?
like
You've had
this, so that's
7
fine.
tonight?
It's all good. No worries. I should still give him a prize.
You need this trucker hat.
Oh, you
need a
can't move.
trucker
That's fine.
hat.
I'm gonna pass this out.
Trucker
You have to
hat.
wear the hat though. All right. I'm gonna pass it down. Hopefully, it doesn't
Put
spill
it
anything.
on.
Yeah.
This
See,
will
I suck.
remind
I
him,
know.
every time he looks in the mirror wearing that hat, he'll remember how much he loved Cirrus Insights for inviting him
Put
to
it on.
a place where he
Put
got
it on.
yelled at.
There we go.
Yeah. And he'll remember those 7 drinks he had tonight from all those generous free drink tickets.
Oh, what did you say over there? What did he say? He just looks like he cut the head off of a goat. I'm so fucking done with him over there. So moving on from that. All right, the cohort email. Do you remember what number that was?
What was that was the PSS one too? The
Yeah, the
cohort?
PSS one. Is that our favorite one, I think, of the night?
My
No, I can't on that.
cohorted,
Yeah,
at
fuck this.
Hogwarts was Slytherin.
See, that's what you do when you have a PC and you don't know any of it. Here we go.
I love just the concept of taking your pants off on the first date. That's just a
Email
fun
number
concept.
6, I believe, is our favorite, I think, right? Cohort 3 times.
Trump
Will you do
University.
me a favor? And by the way,
University.
the goal tomorrow, by the way, is to make sure in some email to your coworkers, put a PS in there. Everybody has to promise me to do that.
PPPPS.
Yeah, if you get PPS, you get double bonus points, and we give you nothing, but you can still do it if you like anyway. So, can you see? Yeah, go ahead. Matt@matthayes.com. Go right ahead. That's fine. I'm traveling tomorrow. It's just all going in the trash anyway, so it's all good.
cohort.
I'm gonna get off the plane tomorrow, and there'll be like 27 PPPPP. I'm like, you sucker bastards. That's
Delete
fine.
all.
Delete all. All right. So what we're going to do real quick, by the way, let's give all of our panelists a round of applause because they've done such a great job so far tonight. They went through a lot of these emails. We're going to do, we have to wait through buddies bringing around drinks, and you're going to have a few minutes to drink and chat with your friends and all that here as we're wrapping up for the evening. But really, I want to go down the panel real quick. And let's talk about something that we can actually genuinely take away and even use in our emails that we write. Let's start with you, sir. What was the one thing that just totally stood out? Looking at this now, in this light tonight, what stands out from you tonight after looking at these emails again?
I think the general theme is none of them tell you what benefit they're bringing to you. Like, I think that you have to hit that really hard, like within the first couple of sentences, or don't even bother sending it. Like, I open an email, I need to know right away, like, why would I do this? Why would I reach back out to you? Like, what is the immediate benefit? I think a lot of them don't really have that.
That's very
have
true.
that at all, and just too much language. There's too much going on there. No one's going to read all that.
Yeah. Let's go to Ryan next, actually. We'll end with you, Heather.
Yeah, I think a couple things that I saw in the emails, none of them were entertaining. Like, if you're reading these,
I don't know. That guy liked the cloud thing. He loved the clouds.
I'm
He was
like-
all about the clouds.
Like, I read these and I'm just like, I'm on suicide watch. Like, they're really bad. And I think that people need to write email in a way that it's actually fun and entertaining for the prospect. But the other thing they should do is write email like it could be pasted and put into a presentation and shamed in front of a bunch of people. Like, if you write email that you're proud of, like, if you're not proud enough of your email to have your friends and family see it, it's probably not good enough for your prospect to see it. because you want your prospect to be your friend and well, not your family unless you play your cards right, but.
I think these are all great points, and as the queen of cold email, I'll add a few more. But anyways, I think something that Ryan said is really important. A lot of people have called us out, like, how can you shame people? Oh, how are you doing that? What an asshole you are. Well, yeah, I am an asshole, but aside from that, guess what? People are making fun of you, whether I shame you on the internet or not. Whether it's out loud or privately, or, yeah, it's not working. And if you don't want to be made fun of, don't send garbage. If it's a piece of shit, don't hit send. It's just pretty simple. But one thing I want to add, no bullet points, no numbered list in a cold email. We've done a lot of A/B testing on this with over 100,000 emails, and we found that it always lowers the response rate in every test we've ever done. So don't do the bullets, and shorter the better. You need to have enough so that they know what the fuck you're talking about, but you don't want it to be so long because then it's boring as fuck. So, you want to be in that middle range between those two fucks.
Is that statistic on bullets B2B and B2C?
B2B, but you don't generally send cold B2C emails. They would generally, are you just mass blasting everyone on the internet? Yeah, no, B2B, but B2C. B2C, no, but basically people don't get lists of B2C people and just spam them. That'd be spamming the whole... Unless you're a Nigerian spammer, you don't generally send B2C cold emails. Unless you're spamming Viagra.
My point is you're seeing a lot of these same tactics used in different ways. Like, it's
Yeah.
not just in emails, it's coming through in the way they're pitching themselves in social media. You might get an Instagram ad.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it could be...
They're not talking
they're
like a human
bots,
being at
bots,
all.
But they're bots.
You wouldn't
They're
talk
bots.
like this in person in any way, shape, or
Yeah,
form. Why
so
the hell would you type it out
You're
that way?
referring to bots. That's a whole other thing. B2C generally doesn't do emails, so most of what we're talking about, this goes for B2B emails, but ultimately a human to a human in a business context is a B2B email. It's not B2C because humans are part of companies. So if you're emailing someone who works at a company, trying to sell into the corporate budget, not just out of their own wallet, B.
You offended a C over here, by the way.
C?
I'm a C. I'm a human too. You're talking about me. I want email too.
I won't
What's your
spell
email
out
address?
the
We're all going to
whole
send you a
word.
PS email tomorrow. Will you feel better that way then?
C-U-R.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a question over here.
Yeah, I A/B tested, whatever you want to call it, like getting different benefits, but our result was that everyone's trying to say the benefits, so people think you're selling them something. So how do you put together an email that doesn't sell anything and say any benefit?
Well, I don't know if I would say to send an email that doesn't have a benefit. There should be some amount of value. I think the best way to do it is to create social proof, and the more you can tell a story about your customer and show the value that they have and make it like relatable and relevant to the person you're reaching out to, the better it is. But you have to have some purpose or focus. Like, people don't just reach out for no reason. That's stupid. It's going nowhere. You might get responses from unqualified leads, but you have to be explicit about what it is, whether it's a pain point, a benefit, or there needs to be enough context to give them a reason to respond. There's a big difference between saying, like, we have the best fucking product, it's awesome, man. Not that anyone hopefully does that. But, like, just bragging about your shit, that's not a benefit. Talking about how you add value to your customers and how you can solve these people's problems, that's a benefit. Everything else is not. Buzzwords and, like, explaining features and how they work, that's not a benefit. Yes, show, don't tell.
Another thing too that I kind of subscribe to is you all here that work in sales can actually give something every time you write an email. It could be if you're going to give something in a cold email, maybe you're giving them a resource, maybe you're offering yourself to them to do something. That sounds kind of weird, but I don't mean it like that.
It's business. It's business.
It's just turning into that prima nocta Braveheart thing. But a good example, like, I could email someone and I know all kinds of stuff that I could talk to them about. We do nothing with cold emailing. We help people get cold emails, or get cold email addresses, I guess. But I can, little plug, sorry. No, I'm just saying I can help someone with cold email. That's a resource that I can do to help someone. Has nothing to do with my product, but I have resources like that. Every person here has a network. A lot of the time, the people that are buyers are also hiring managers, so you can help them say, hey, you need me to help you share some jobs or something if you're hiring. Like, there's always something you can do to give to someone.
I agree. As salespeople, yeah, no, it's very true. Especially like if you're more early stage and you don't have much social proof, the next best thing that you can do, especially if you're working at like a small startup, the best thing that you can do is try really hard to add value. And that doesn't mean like, oh, let me buy you a coffee, but like, how can you add value as a human? We all have an expertise or skill, but even just nice things like the top salesperson at HubSpot is a older woman who used to be in print sales, in publishing. And she was good at what she did, but the industry was going out. So she decided to make this move into digital marketing. So she took a course, an online course or something like that, and then she saw or heard that HubSpot was hiring. But at the time, she didn't know the difference between a black hat or a white hat beyond funeral and wedding. I swear to God. This is her words, not mine. So what she did that was so important was she just tried to soak up as much knowledge as she could, but also what she did was she got every person that she talked to some kind of value. So even one of the prospective customers she was talking to turned out their daughter was going to go to school in Canada and they didn't know anyone there, but she had a relative in Canada. And so there's lots of ways that we can just add value and help people out. Even like myself, I travel a lot. So when I hear that a prospect or opportunity or one of our customers is going to say like Vietnam, I'll give them travel tips or hook them up. And there's just a lot of things you can do. Yeah, everyone has something to give. So, not to like get creepy in your emails and go too far and be desperate, but everyone has value to offer in sales at every stage.
All right, we have time for one more point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Let's wrap up here.
True. I think one of the things I like that people are starting to do, and I know, Ryan, you're really good at it, is being different. Like, instead of focusing so much on words, video is really interesting now, and I'm like more inclined to click on a video because like just don't want to read. I would like to click, and I think just trying different mediums too can mix it up a little bit as well.
And our panelists, go ahead real quick.
Actual videos or animated?
No, like something you would make yourself, like on Vidyard or something. Yeah, like really quick.
His attention span is 2 minutes back there, so 2 seconds.
Yeah,
sorry.
Not even a minute. Exactly.
Not even a minute.
Super quick and to the point.
One last point. We have to wrap it up here.
So one last point I wanted to say too. How many of you here have worked at a company for more than 2 years that they're at right now? This is my point I'm making. There's like 3 people raising their hand. Average person changes jobs every 17 months. That means the first 6 months of the company, they're new and they're fresh meat and they're afraid to do shit. The next 6 months, they can do some stuff and they're kind of a change agent. And the last 6 months, they're looking at the bottom right hand of their screen or top right, looking at the time, waiting for 5 o'clock to end because they hate their fucking jobs. Every person that you reach out to hates their fucking job and they don't give a shit about their company. All right? Unless they're a founder or CEO, they don't care. So if you're going to prospect someone, reach out to them on a human level. Fuck their company. They don't care. Make them look like ballers. Make them look good. That's what you want to do when you're prospecting.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
And if you hate your job, SalesFolk is always hiring, and it's a nice place to work. These people over there will say so.
I feel bad, by the way, for our C, so I'm going to give you the last of the stuff there. So there you go. There you go. You got a pen. He got a pen. They're going to be hanging around, so if you want to say hi and chat with them, give a round of applause one more time for Sue, Ryan, and Heather, our panelists. Thank you for coming out. My name is Matt Hayes. Have a good night, everybody. Sit back, enjoy the rest of your drinks. Good night, everybody.